Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute or Library, the name of my channels on those two websites is Comic Freak. We're going to be talking about Elijah Wood, who has a few words for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. But first off, let's look at this tweet from Star Wars Holocron. Did you know the Sith Eternal Fleet seen in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker was created by Sith cultists on Exegol, who indoctrinated Exegol's population with Sith values and raised and trained their children to become officers, mechanics, and soldiers for the Final Order? Well, I really don't care because I didn't give a damn about Star Wars Episode 9. I don't care how many ships you have floating on that little screenshot there, Star Wars Holocron, because, well, Episode 9 was a terrible mess. They couldn't have been anything more than a terrible mess after Rian Johnson released The Last Jedi. But here, we have you saying, it's so awesome that the Sith fleet was basically manned by people from Exegol who were basically brainwashed by Sith cultists. That's so awesome. They're so tough. The Final Order is such a cool villain. No, they are not. And, well, Elijah Wood, the guy who played Frodo in The Lord of the Rings, well, he saw your tweet and he basically responded in the only appropriate way that could be, well, said about your tweet. Oh no! How could we have known? And apparently, just because of that simple bit of sarcasm, it created apparently a bit of a Twitter storm on Twitter, with someone like Jacob's Quest saying, he tweets out these comments. He means that probably a lot of the comments should be, it should have been in the movie. Yeah. Meaning if you're going to give explanations, they should be in the movie, not from some guy online like Star Wars Holocron, who got his information from a book, but we'll get to it in a moment. Jacob's Quest continues with, meanwhile, we're all willing to Google Lord of the Rings lore and Avengers time travel explanations, but then again, those movies both gave explanations for what was happening in the movie themselves. If people wanted to look up more information on what was happening, that was fine. But those movies did give an explanation, unlike Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, for what the heck was going on. But then we have a guy like, well, our boy Elijah Wood here, who goes and basically responds to Star Wars Holocron and says, no, how could we have known? Because it's just funny because even he can see that the movie did not give any explanation for how Exegol had all those forces ready for the Emperor Palpatine to use in the, well, Episode 9. Other people who were responding to Elijah Wood's, well, tweet were saying, that's a good point. I mean, it's not like they had a whole movie where they could have dropped that little detail in the, oh, wait. Yeah. A lot of people just made that point right there. Yes. Why didn't they explain this in the final movie of the Disney trilogy? They didn't explain anything. They had people appear for no reason. They had entire armies just rise out of the oceans of Exegol with no freaking idea why they would be happening. And now we come to Keith Holvin's reply. He says, by reading this, when we come to the book we've been talking about for the last few weeks whenever we've been having Star Wars videos. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, the visual dictionary with excessive cross-sections. Yes. All the explanations and every freaking answer that you want for Star Wars, Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, or the entire Disney trilogy, all conveniently put in this book. And not in the movies. Kathleen Kennedy, you did this. You completely destroyed this franchise. And you couldn't even make a proper movie that had all the answers given to the audience in the movie. No, you had to make an entire dictionary just so people would have to go out and buy it to know what the hell is happening with this movie. As well as with this entire trilogy, the Disney trilogy that you helped make. You and Bob Iger are not business people because business people would know that this is no way to run a business. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people. So make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Read comics, they're bad for you. Then go over to Library and BitChute and subscribe to my channels on those two websites. They're both named Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications. Hit that like button and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video? Share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it'll do the most good, because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube creators anymore. So please share this video. Now listen closely. It's plug-in time again. Keep checking back at all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.